In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on September 30th, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. New York Mets versus Atlanta Braves. The New York Mets and the Atlanta Braves will begin arguably the most important regular season series of the season on Friday night at Truist Park. The Mets are sending righty Jacob deGrom on the mound and is coming off of a losing effort against the Oakland Athletics, where he gave up 5 runs on 6 hits with 4 walks and 5 strikeouts in 4 innings of work. The Braves will counter with their southpaw ace Max Fried, as he lost to the Philadelphia Phillies last week as he threw 5 innings and gave up 1 run on 5 hits with a walk and 8 strikeouts. The Mets are 5-1 in their last 6 Friday games and 4-1 in their last 5 versus a lefty starter. New York is 36-15 in the last 51 in Game 1 of a series. Meanwhile, the Braves are 20-6 in their last 26 in Game 1 of a series and 20-7 in their last 27 after an off day. Atlanta is 74-32 in their last 106 overall. Looking at the previous 7 starts for both pitchers, Jacob deGrom is 3-3 with a 3.46 earned run average in 41.2 innings of work, while Max Fried is 3-3 with a 2.14 earned run average in 42 innings on the mound in that same stretch. SNC the All-Star break. Both teams have been pitching well on the mound, as New York is 7th in the majors with a 3.53 team earned run average in 63 games, while Atlanta is 4th in the sport with a 3.15 team earned run average in 62 games. The Atlanta Braves need to win these games if they want to hold the tiebreaker against the New York Mets. So the Atlanta Braves money line is our full game side pick. The Mets are averaging 4.77 runs per game and 4.99 runs per game on the road. They averaged 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Braves. With Atlanta giving up 3.53 runs per game at home, the Mets will be held under their average in this game. The Braves are averaging 4.9 runs per game and 4.88 runs per game at home. They averaged 5 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Mets. Both offenses have been doing extremely well in the previous 15 days, as New York is averaging 6 runs per game in their last 12 games, while Atlanta is scoring 4.54 runs per game in their last 13 games. Looking at the offenses throughout the entire season, the Mets are 11th with a .410 slugging percentage thus far, while the Braves are 2nd with a .442 slugging percentage right now. These offenses are going to score a few runs each, and with Jacob deGrom and Max Fried on the mound, it will be tough to expect some runs as well. This game can also go to extra innings. The over is 7-2 in their last 10 games against one another. With New York giving up 4.18 runs per game on the road, the Braves will score enough runs to push the score past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Marlins versus Milwaukee Brewers. The Miami Marlins have been struggling once against this season and have been a bit stagnant as of late. Right-handed ace Sandy Alcantara will take the mound for Miami and is coming off of a losing effort against the Philadelphia Phillies, as he pitched 5 innings and allowed 4 runs on 5 hits with 2 hit by pitches, 1 walk, and 6 walks. The Milwaukee Brewers are about to be eliminated from playoff contention this season after a brutal second half of the season, and have been doing decently well as of late. They will be sending their ace Corbin Burnes to the mound and is coming off a victory over the Cincinnati Reds, as he threw 6.1 innings and gave up 2 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. Miami is 17-39 in their last 56 games overall and 3-9 in their last 12 road games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 5 Friday games. Milwaukee is 3-10 in their last 13 games against the National League East and 2-5 in their last 7 Friday games, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games overall. I get the reasoning for wanting to back Milwaukee at home here, as they're the only team playing for anything of consequence here. However, that hasn't stopped the Brewers from looking like they've run out of gas, and even though the Marlins have been out of the race for some time now, that hasn't stopped Sandy Alcantara from pitching at a Cy Young caliber level every 5 or so days. I believe that it gives the Marlins an edge here over a Brewers team that's just looking worn down coming down the stretch. So the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the previous 7 starts, this is going to be a little easier than earlier in the season to score runs, as Sandy Alcantara is 3-3 with a 3.78 earned run average and a 1.17 WHIP, while Corbin Burnes is 2-3 with a 5.31 earned run average and a 1.23 WHIP in that span. Both bullpens are in the second half of the league in terms of earned run average, as the Marlins are 16th in MLB with a 3.93 bullpen earned run average, while the Brewers are 16th in the sport with a 3.93 team earned run average right now. The over has hit in 5 of the previous 6 games between Miami and Milwaukee at American Family Field. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Tampa Bay Rays versus Houston Astros. A pair of teams on the right side of the playoff cut line take the diamond down in the Lone Star State as a pair of American League teams kick off a series. The Tampa Bay Rays are on the road as they play the opening game of a 3-game series with the Houston Astros Friday night. Tampa Bay closed a 3-game set on the road with the Guardians Thursday evening. The Rays were beaten 2-1 in 10 innings in the middle game of the series Wednesday night. Houston split a 2-game home interleague set with the Diamondbacks as they were beaten 5-2 in 10 innings Wednesday night. In the season series between the teams, the Astros swept the 2 meetings earlier this season at Tropicana Field September 19th and September 21st. Both teams are poised for the postseason, though it remains to be seen how things will pan out once they get there. Tampa Bay has struggled to put runs on the board with regularity this season, and that is a problem as their pitching can only carry them so far. The Astros have a ton of pitching depth where they'll have starters coming out of the bullpen in the postseason, giving them plenty of options to call on when necessary. Houston has a solid lineup, and they have capable platoon pieces to call on in key situations as well. This game probably means more to the Tampa Bay Rays, who are still looking to clinch a playoff spot, but they can't be trusted on the road. The Rays' offense has gone quiet this week, and they're coming up short in the win column. The Houston Astros are one of the more trustworthy teams in the league, especially at home, and Framber Valdez has been easily a top 25 pitcher in baseball with his 2.69 earned run average and 1.14 WHIP. The Astros are at home here and in a battle of pitchers that have dropped 3 straight starts. Home field plus a better lineup is enough to give the Astros the nod, so the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Tampa Bay headed into Thursday's action having seen the under go 74-70-11 in their 155 games this season. The Rays are tied for 20th in runs per game with 4.19 per contest, though that number climbs slightly to 4.24 runs per game as the road team. Tampa Bay has an average total of 7.98 runs per contest, a number that climbs up to 8.42 runs per contest as the road team. Houston has seen the under hit in 89 of their 156 games on the year with 8 pushes heading into Friday's contest. The Astros are tied for 8th in runs per game as they average 4.59 runs per contest this season. That number inches up to 4.63 runs per game at Minute Maid Park to this point of the season. Houston's average total on the year is 7.82 runs per contest, a number that remains flat at 7.82 runs per game as the home team. The Astros and Rays have been excellent from the mound this season, which is the reason why both clubs will be playing baseball into October. Entering this game with the Rays, the Astros rank top 5 in staff earned run average, WHIP, runs allowed, and strikeouts induced. Tampa Bay is also top 5 in both staff earned run average and WHIP. Jose Urquidy was tagged in a handful of starts in early September but bounced back nicely last week. Although the Rays will win this game, I expect Jose to pitch his second straight quality game. Houston is second in the majors, allowing only 3.22 runs per game, while the Rays sit 7th, allowing 3.81 runs. Runs could be at a premium with these guys on the mound, and this will likely be a low-scoring game dominated by both starting pitchers. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.